Hello, everybody, and or how you doing, whichever you prefer. This is round 3 of doing vinyl tag for this year. Another vinyl tag turned up, but this one's a CD tag. So now I've done vinyl tag, soundtrack tag, excuse me, both of which had a CD or two mentioned in them. And now it's just straight up CD tag, and I have a lot of stuff on CD that I don't have on vinyl, so I figured I'd go ahead and tackle it. First question was, when did you get your first CD player? That was in 1990. I'm not sure exactly when in 1990, but I got it in 1990. Second question was, what was the first compact disc I ever owned? Easy answer on that one. It was the soundtrack to the Disney production of The Little Mermaid. I bought it the same day I got the CD player, and it was an early disc for Disney. I believe its number is 18, so they didn't have a lot in their CD catalog as of yet, apparently. Question 3. What is the most recent CD that I've purchased? That would be Security by Peter Gabriel. I picked it up for 99 cents in a thrift store. Has several really good pieces on it. It's most noted for the hit single Shock the Monkey. I've always loved Gabriel from Genesis early days through a lot of his solo career. He's just done some really remarkable things. Next question was, how many CDs do I own? Well, I try to keep Discogs accurate, and it says 401. Now, I probably have just as many that are unofficial, that are things from Tape Trader days and stuff that I had ripped over to CD from other sources that were cassettes going corrupt. So, yeah, roughly probably around 800 total. Some of those actually are MP3 discs that contain tons and tons of old-time radio and things like that as well. Jewel cases or digipacks? I'm going to say jewel cases, although there is one particular digipack that I really like, which is the reproduction of the Haunted Mansion Storyteller LP that has the 11-page booklet reproduced inside from the Park release exclusive album from the 70s. So that's a really neat thing to have, and I got that as an anniversary edition that was also, I believe, a Park exclusive item. Best CD purchase of 2024. I was surprised to find it in a thrift. Same thrift, 99 cents, Frank Zappa, Chic Your Booty. So I used to have it on vinyl. It was very nice to replace it, even if on a CD, especially for 99 cents. That's a heck of a bargain for a heck of a great album. Let's see. The next question was, show a live CD, a live album on CD. All right, and I'm on the road still. I'm doing as much work as I can, so I'll be using Discogs and showing images up there again. I'm gonna go with Merciful Fate, live House of Satan. What makes it fascinating is it's not an official CD, but it is factory pressed. The quality of it is kind of like TMOQ. It's right off the board, so it sounds really good for the most part. And it's also got some really nicely transferred original demo recordings on there, sometimes with alternate lyrics and ideas in them. So it's a really nifty piece for people who love King Diamond stuff, which I do, which will be proven in an answer to another question coming up. What is the best sounding CD in your collection? I'm going to go with Devin Townsend's Empath, because I'm really floored by how much they were able to capture without losing things in that production, because there's so much going on in it. But I really wish I could have the opportunity, even if I don't have a sound system myself, with somebody else at least, to just hear it on the 5-channel surround disc that's been put out on Blu-ray, because it's just such an extraordinary album, incredibly busy and incredibly intelligent and clever, and it was an emotional experience for me as well. and it covers so many genres and styles and sounds. There's just so much happening in it. I'd love to hear it on 5, but in stereo, coming off of that CD, it's actually pretty remarkable still. Show a favorite cover or insert. There are so many good ones, and I love the art, and I love people combining art with photography. I do that a lot. Cradle of Filth, Midian. I love the purple tones in it. All of their album covers, absolutely all of them, are extraordinarily beautiful, if a bit on the creepy side, and sometimes erotic. In this case, not so much, but it's just a really, really stunning use of purple and violet tones. I love the look of both the disc face and the booklet artwork on that album quite a lot. I think it's really stunning. I'd love to get my hands on the picture disc for that. I'm sure it's just beautiful to see and just hold that thing in your hand and look at it up close, because 1, the artwork would be produced in a larger scale, and 2, it would just make a really pretty picture disc. Next question was, show an unusual CD. Oh, that's easy. It's just called Disney's Holiday 1998 or something like that. I saw this first shown on Recordology and decided I had to get one, and I hopped on eBay and picked it up. And when he showed it and said it's a shaped disc. And I think that's pretty cool. It's a shaped disc. It's a Mickey and a Christmas wreath. But then I looked at it a little bit more closely, and it's got a hole at the edge on one side of it, and I realized it goes one step beyond being a compact disc and a shaped disc. You can add a hook, and it's a Christmas tree ornament. Now that is original. I don't think I've seen another one that's been purposed for that. But they did that with this, so yeah, that's probably the most unique compact disc that I have. Show a CD from your favorite band. All right. Well, I'm sure everybody's seen all of their studio albums a billion times, so this one does not have a cover per se. It was just issued in a plain sleeve. At least that's how I received it, and I actually got it from one of their production team who had bought a 35mm film transfer of the video footage of the Montreal Olympic Stadium concert from me that had been shown on the midnight circuit years and years and years ago in cinemas. And it looked terrible on the big screen, even though the print was in beautiful shape and had very little fade. It was just that they basically were blowing non-high definition television up onto a cinema screen, and apparently this was something that they used to just do back in the day. It was nice to hear it, and it was interesting to see because it wasn't available on video domestically at the time, but it really did not look good on a 60-foot high screen. All right, but anyway, the guy bought the print from me, and then later on he sent me the CD as a little thank you gift because they were adding that to their archive. And it's just called Welcome Back to ELP Story. I'm not sure if it was for broadcast or just internal promotion or what, but it's a pretty neat little 1-hour album, and it sounds like it was for broadcast and was to be broken up on radio at around the time that they were putting out Black Moon. What artist do I have the most CDs of? Yeah, that's coming back to earlier, the Merciful Fate live thing. I have copies of every official studio solo album by King Diamond, and probably at least 2/3 of the Merciful Fate stuff. I'm not as fond of the Merciful Fate stuff. I think some of the lyric content gets a bit repetitive to me. I like the tone changes on the material a lot. Like, I love the title track on Time. That's a beautiful piece. But so far as the solo albums go, I love that every single album is pretty much a rock opera, and there's just some really great content and storytelling in them. So I have every single one of them so far. Do I collect both CD and vinyl? Yes. Have I ever sold my entire vinyl collection and stuck with compact disc. No. I have lost my entire vinyl collection, almost, with the exception of maybe 2 or 3 7-inch that were stowed away in books. But no, I have not sold intentionally my entire vinyl collection. I did, as soon as I was able, start collecting again, as you can tell by the volume of videos that I've put out so far. I rescue, I look for bargains online, I look for bargains in stores. I just, to go after things I like or get lucky and find something that I like, I just dig wherever I can. And now I'm to a point where I'm going to need to do a purge on some of the rescue stuff. So I'll be sitting down and listening to a whole bunch of 7-inch pretty soon, because there's a lot of Muzak kind of stuff in there. And because I'm into Morricone and Ortolani and Mantovani and Mancini and all this other stuff, there's probably stuff in there I'll like, but there's probably stuff in there that I'll probably not really care for and wind up purging. I'll most likely keep a lot of the soul and R&B stuff that I rescued on 7-inch. Last one, show a CD that I would like for viewers to listen to and give me feedback on. Well, it'd be arrogant for me to say Symphony of Fear, that I was a co-producer on, though I'd love to get some feedback on it from people. It's always fun to hear impressions from people who are not familiar with the films or the soundtracks, and what it is that so many people participated in achieving there. But it's not an easy find, so that would be not a valid content thing. I'd say pick anything by Devil Doll. My preference would be the Dies Irae is a great album. Devil Doll, not the modern band. This is a guy that goes by the name Mr. Doctor, and the albums are Dies Irae, Sacrilegium, Sacrilege of Fatal Arms, The Girl Who Was Death, and Heliogabalus. That's the only stuff I know that exists. And Sacrilegium and Sacrilege of Fatal Arms are essentially the same album. When you look at them online, don't be thrown off with YouTube streaming by the length, because a lot of it's dead air on some of these things. They'll have like a 40-minute album, and then he'll sneak in a soundbite of something or a short ditty at the very end as a hidden track. And so they've just uploaded the CDs complete with that dead air, the people that have done it. I think he's fascinating. It's kind of prog, kind of not prog, but something else entirely. The vocals are Sprechgesang with Dies Irae. He actually reached out into new territory a little bit, and not only demonstrates in certain passages to the ability to really have a powerful singing voice rather than just kind of rasping and mad scientist weirding his way through things, but he kind of does this Klaus Nomi perfect soprano opera bit a little bit, and it's really neat. So I would definitely check that one out if you can. It's only in there in a few spots, but it's really great. And the albums are very dark and atmospheric, and use a combination of samples and real symphonic instruments and progressive art rock ideas. They're just really interesting and all over the place. Okay, so wow, I just managed to, by kind of getting a move on with it and trying to rush a little bit, get through 15 questions quickly for this CD tag. It was posted by That Vinyl channel, and it's the second vinyl tag that he posted this year, even though it's a CD tag, not a vinyl tag, I guess. So that's 3 that I've participated in between that and the soundtrack tag. Hope you liked it, and I'll be checking out other people's CD tags, and thank you for your support and checking out Weird Spins and hanging out with me and letting me share my collection with you, sharing your collections with me. See you real soon.